everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing great because I'm doing great here. Okay, so today I'll be showing you how I made this beautiful swing dress. Okay, you can call it a circular dress, but all in all it is a free dress. Okay, so whatever you decide to call it, it's fine, but it's just a free dress. All right, it's a very simple thing to do. Okay, so you see the frills at the bottom. I used chiffon for that. All right, so I used about 1.5 meters of African print fabric for the top, and I used chiffon for the frills at the bottom. All right, so this is what it looks like. Okay, and I also added pockets to it. Okay, what's a dress without a pocket anyway? I'm sure every girl likes to add pocket to their clothes. So the frills actually had some extra beauty to the clothes. Okay, you can sew yours without an extra piece of fabric if you don't have. All right, I'm sure it will still be beautiful. Okay, so you can use a belt on the dress. Okay, I didn't have a belt handy when I was doing this video. All right, so I was just using my hand to demonstrate. Okay, and also one other thing I like about the dress is the straps. Okay, it is adjustable. All right, so if the front is too low, okay, you can just pull it up and then you tie it. Okay, so you can also do a one-piece strap. Okay, it depends on you, it's actually what you want. Okay, but I actually love it this way. I can adjust the straps and tie it. So here is the back. Okay, the neck is low, it's the same as the front. Okay, but if you don't want the neck at the back to the neckline to be as low as this, you can adjust it. All right, so you don't have to cut it as low as this, you don't have to make it the same as the front. Okay, so the back is also very free, just like the front. Okay, so those with big buttocks can also wear this dress comfortably. All right, it's a very comfortable and easy dress to make and wear. Okay, so to finish the neckline, okay, I used the bias tape here to conceal the edges, and for the sleeve part, what I did was just to cut a piece of fabric. Okay, and I think I cut it on bias, yeah, to finish the sleeve and then to make the straps. Okay, so it's the same strap, okay, that I used to finish the sleeves that I also used for the strap. Okay, so guys, come along, let's start drafting. So I'll be showing you how I folded the fabric first. Okay, so I folded the fabric into two. All right, and then this is the folded edge. Okay, so after folding my fabric into two, I'll be taking one corner to meet the other. All right, so just this way, take one corner to meet the other. All right, so this folded part, yeah, the part facing me will be the center front and the center back. Okay, so this is how you fold your fabric. Okay, and then we're going to start drafting. Okay, from this top, that triangular part, okay, that is where we're going to start drafting. Okay, remember I said the folded part. Okay, this part facing me is going to be the center front and the center back. So we will be starting our measurements from that folded edge. Okay, and here is the chiffon I used 1 meter of chiffon. All right, to make the frills. Okay, so what I did was to cut the chiffon into 4 pieces so I can have a very long one. So to start, you're going to need your bust measurement. Okay, my bust measurement is 34 divided by 4, that is 8.5. all right, but I'll be adding an extra 1 inch, that makes it 9.5. okay, so the ½ inch will be for seam allowance, while ½ inch will be for ease allowance. Okay, so from the triangle part, I'll look for a point where I can get a straight line that equates 9.5. okay, you see how I placed my tape rule. Okay, so from one edge of the clothes to the other actually equates 9.5. okay, so that is why I marked that straight line. So I'll mark a straight line, okay, that equates 9.5. okay, so the next thing I'll do is to put my shoulder measurement. My shoulder is 15 divided by 2, that is 7.5. okay, so from the folded edge, okay, I'm marking 7.5 inches inward. All right, so after marking my shoulder measurement, I'll be marking 2 inches away from my shoulder measurement. Okay, you see how I did that? So just as a recap, from the folded edge to here is my bust measurement, this is my shoulder measurement, and this is the new mark that we made. Okay, and it is on that mark that we'll be putting our strap. Okay, so we'll be ignoring the shoulder mark. Okay, henceforth we'll be ignoring the shoulder mark, and then we'll be working with this new line. Okay, so the reason for constructing this new line is that is where we'll be putting our straps. Okay, so we're not putting our straps on the shoulder line, because if we do, the strap will be at the edge of our shoulder. Okay, and with that, the strap will tend to fall off our shoulder, and even the dress is going to look very weird. Okay, so that is why I'll be using this new line as a base for our strap. Okay, I hope you understand my explanation. So now let's go back to constructing our dress. Okay, so from that new line we're going to go up by 4 inches. 4 inches is the average. Okay, if you want the strap to be low, all right, you can do 2 inches, 3 inches. Okay, if you want it to be high up, you can do 5 inches. Okay, but 4 inches is just the average. Okay, so go up by 4 inches from that line. Okay, and then you draw a straight line. All right, so we'll be connecting this new 4-inch mark, okay, to our bust line. Okay, so invariably this is our armhole. Okay, so we're just constructing our armhole. That is what it is. All right, so you can use a curved ruler, or if you're good with freehand, okay, you can just draw the curve. All right, now that we are done with the armhole, let's go to the neckline. Okay, so from this folded edge, from your bust line here, you'll go up by about 2 inches. That is the average. Okay, if you want a higher neckline, you can go up by 3 inches, and if you want a lower neckline, you can go up by 1 inch. All right, but 2 inches is just fine. Okay, so we're going to connect from that 4-inch mark, okay, the one we made earlier. We're going to connect it to the neckline, okay, to those new points. So that is going to be our neck line. Okay, you see our dress is formed. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do on this dress is to measure the length of our dress. Okay, so I'm sure by now you must have determined the length that you want. Okay, remember I'll be adding frills to mine. Okay, so I want to make the main body of the dress to be that long. Okay, so what I'll usually do is this. Yeah, from my shoulder to my bust line, okay, ordinarily that is 9 inches. Okay, so I'll be placing the 9-inch mark on my taper on my bust line, and then I'll be measuring out the length that I want. Okay, the length I want is 33. all right, so I'll be marking 33 all round. Okay, from one edge to the other. Okay, and after doing that, I'm going to cut out the fabric. Okay, after cutting out your fabric, you realize that one part is still on fold. Okay, so you need to cut that out, especially if you want to add pockets to your clothes. Okay, so you need to cut it out so that you can separate the front piece from the back piece. So after spreading it out, this is what I have. Okay, so here is my neckline, and then I'll be using a bias strip to finish the neckline. Okay, I'll be using a bias strip to turn it. Okay, and then here is my armhole. All right, so I'll be using this extra piece of fabric, okay, to finish the armhole. All right, so now I'll be measuring my armhole. What I have is about 7 inches. Okay, so I'll be cutting a very long piece of fabric. Okay, so I'll be adding about 13 inches to the 7 inches. Okay, making 20 inches. Okay, so I'll be cutting 4 pieces of fabric that is 20 inches long, okay, and about 3 inches wide. Okay, and that is what I'll be using to finish the armhole and also to make the strap. All right, so here what I did was to cut out 4 pieces of fabric that are 3 inches wide and then about 20 inches long. Okay, looking at this, I try to cut it on bias. Okay, you know I have a very small piece of fabric. Okay, so I just try to cut it on bias as much as I could. So to know how to go about the frills, okay, you know I said I have 1 meter of chiffon. All right, I measure around the bottom of my dress, okay, and I realized it was about 60 inches, okay, and then the chiffon is also 60 inches long, okay. So what I did was just to fold my chiffon into 4, okay. I folded it into 4 equal parts, okay, and then I cut it out. All right, so that means that I'll be having 4 pieces of chiffon that are 60 inches long, okay. So what that means is that I will be joining those 4 pieces together, okay. So 4 times 60 is 240 inches. All right, so I'll be joining those pieces of chiffon together, the 4 pieces, to give me 240 inches long, okay, and then I will gather it up and attach it to the bottom of the dress, okay. So here is the main body of the dress. I have sewn the side with half-inch allowance, and I've also attached my pockets, okay. I have a tutorial on how to attach pockets, okay. I'll be putting the link in the description box so you can check it out, okay. So like I said earlier, I'll be using a bias tape to finish the neckline, okay. So that is what I'll be doing first. All right, if you want me to do a tutorial on that, okay, please let me know in the comment section. It's a very simple thing to do. All right, so the next thing I'll be doing after finishing the neckline is to work on the armhole, okay. So remember those 4 pieces of fabric that I cut out, yeah, so that is what I'll be using to finish the armhole. All right, so I'll be folding it this way. You know it is 3 inches, okay, so I'll be folding 0.25 inch inward first, okay, on both sides, and then I'll be folding it up. All right, I hope you can see what I did. I'm not sure. So guys, here is a clearer version, okay. First I folded 0.25 inch inwards on both sides, okay, and then I covered it up this way. All right, okay, so that's what I'm going to be using to finish the armhole and also to make the strap, okay. You know it's going to be a very long one. It is 20 inches, okay. So back to the chiffon, here is what I did, okay. I've joined all the 4 pieces together to make a very long one, that is 240 inches, okay. So the next thing I'll be doing is to finish the hem of the chiffon, okay. If you have a serger, you can just serge it round, and if you don't have a serger, you can just fold it 2 times, okay, 0.5 inch, okay, and then you sew it all up, okay. So after finishing the hem, you just gather the fabric, okay. I have a tutorial on how to gather fabrics. I'll be putting the link up there as well. So after gathering the chiffon, I joined it to the main fabric with a 0.5 inch allowance, and here's our dress. You see how beautiful it is, okay. It's a very free dress, and it's suitable for all sizes, okay. So whether you're big or you're small, just like me, you can wear it, okay. And you can even wear a jacket over it, okay. You can use a belt on it, anyhow you want to rock it, okay. So thank you for watching my tutorial, guys. If this has been helpful, please drop a comment, like, and then you can share this with your friends, okay. I always want to read from you guys. Please drop a comment, okay. I would really love to read from you. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not, okay. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye.